What's the deal, YouTube fam, and welcome back to another video. And today we are talking about the beautiful South American country of Colombia. Is this still worth visiting in 2023 or not? Now, there's some things here to unpack, and I'm making this video because of recent developments that I've been following, things that have been happening in Colombia. And I think that, I do a lot of Mexico content because I live in Mexico. But remember, this channel is about Latin America. So I want to cover as much as I can that's going on in other parts of the region. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I'm talking about this because we all know Colombia is a beautiful country. There's a lot of tourism going on there. There's a lot of, it's a beautiful culture. I've been there. I spent a week in Medellin and surrounding area. Had an amazing time. I grew up with Colombian people and my best friend is Colombian. I love the Colombian culture and I can't say enough good things about Colombia and I would love to return. But there's an elephant in the room that we need to address, and not only just recently, but it's been accumulation of since like last year, but recently it's been a lot worse. And if any of you out there follow any other YouTubers that are in the Latin American region that are reporting on either just Colombia or Latin America, you can probably know a little bit about what's happening, but it's not all bad, okay? It's not all bad, and I'm here to just address a few points. Now, I made a few points about some of the negative things, and I made that in my video, or why a tourist getting drugged and robbed in Colombia. Maybe it's controversial. I know the thumbnail on YouTube got changed, but anyway, let's get into the heart of it. Colombia, it's a country that has a great tourism industry. Whether you're going to Bogota, Barranquilla, Cali, Medellin, or Cartagena, there is a lot to see and do. It's the country, it's like twice the size of France. It's a beautiful country. If you like coffee, some of the best coffee you will ever try is in Colombia. Maybe the best. The best cup of coffee I ever had was in Colombia. Just saying. But in general, it's a beautiful people, fun-loving people, and there's more good than there is bad. Now, of course, nowhere is perfect, right? Nowhere is perfect. No matter if you go to the most serene, the safest country in the world, you're going to find just things that are just not good. Whether it's, bad people, bad situations, whatever it is, no place is 100% perfect. It doesn't exist. Perfection doesn't exist. So what's been going on lately in Colombia, and I've been following other Colombia YouTubers, the people that I know that go there, and just soaking it all in so I can report to you all out here. There's some issues going on in Colombia, and a lot of people are going there, whether it's Americans, British, Canadians, whatever, and they're going there, go have some fun, that type of thing. A lot of them are going to Cartagena. And Cartagena, it's on the north and the Caribbean coast. And while there are many nice things about Cartagena, it's a very touristic spot. That's like if I had to compare to Mexico, it's the Cancun of Colombia or the Miami of Colombia. Like it's on that level of tourism, you know what I mean? So I haven't been to Cartagena. Like I said, I only spent the time in the Medellin area, but I know people who have. I stay in tune to the news there. And, if you never go to Cartagena, you're not missing much, because what's happening in Cartagena is, and not just Cartagena, this is in this country of Colombia, there are people committing scams like taxi scams. For example, this one didn't happen in Cartagena, but in Colombia, that happened in Medellin about 2 weeks ago. There was this woman who got into a taxi, right? So the taxi had quoted her a specific number, right? They gave her a specific, this is how much it's going to cost to get to your destination. So they tried to scam her, and I believe she was a local Colombian too. They said, okay, it's this price. Starts the trip, everything's okay. And then out of nowhere, he's like, no, you know what? The price went up. I need you to pay this. So apparently she wasn't having it, and she was protesting it. So he decided to hit the gas and just start going on the road so where she couldn't get out the car. And I'm like, listen, I'm just going to keep driving. I'm not going to be able to, let you out. This is the new price. So I don't recommend this. She ended up opening up the door and tumbling out and injuring herself, getting head injuries and all those stuff. Just because this dude was trying to scam her, she feared for her life. And I don't know what to do in that situation either, but that's one scam, taxi scam. Another scam is that, or not necessarily a scam, but a bad thing that's going on is that people are getting drugged by scopolamine. It's happening, and, a lot of you guys are going out there, not you all necessarily are watching, men in the world, You want to get a beautiful Colombian woman. Yes, Colombian women are beautiful. They are. I know. I agree 100%, 1,000%. But you got to be careful. There's a lot of people falling into that trap. And the thing about it is there's a lot of people out there who made stories, a lot of younger guys, single guys who went there and have been scopolamine, lived to tell the tale, tell you, listen, be careful when you come here. Now, when I say that, it's very easy to be safe in Colombia and it's very easy to be unsafe, okay? And this is not to discourage any of you not to go to Colombia, not at all. It's easy to be safe there, but you just gotta have common sense, okay? Don't get into taxis that aren't certified. For example, when you arrive to Medellin Airport, it's right outside of the city. There are going to be white taxis with a blue stripe. Those are the official taxis. If anybody else is claiming that they're a taxi and they don't seem trustworthy, don't trust them. They could pull the same scam on you. So stay away from that. The official taxis, ask them what the price is before you get in. Okay? And this is the price. Okay? Cool. You got it set. There's no surprises. You get your destination. You pay them. It's all good. Use rideshare like Uber, Didi, or InDriver, and you'll get to your destination. Okay? Fellas out there, if you're looking to find beautiful local Colombian women, whether you just want to have fun, whether you are looking for something serious, be careful. If you're on Tinder, if you're on these places, a lot of them they're not saying all, but most, you're looking to make a come up. They're looking to take advantage of you. They're knowing you're foreign, you got money, they get scope you. I mean, it's not worth the risk. Go out in person, even though it may be a little bit more difficult, but you know what? That's the natural order of things. Before technology, we used to go out and talk to people. We used to go to the library. Remember those days? But anyway, go out there, talk. Now, I'm not saying that every girl that you meet off of Tinder or Bumble or whatever is going to be terrible, but vet it. If you go out with her, don't invite her to your house that night. Don't try to, and I understand it's tempting. See, if you're going to be in Colombia for a while, see what type of woman she is. And if she's interested in knowing you, she's going to go on multiple dates with you. And then you all will progress naturally. She's not going to be pushing to come to your house the first night because that's a sign that's nothing good, or trying to bring a friend with her. You don't want that, okay? So stay away from that, all right? Stay away from also spending large quantity of money in the street, okay? Now, Colombia is definitely worth visiting, even in 2023. It's just that people are making simple rookie mistakes that are causing them problems, If you go to an ATM in Colombia, no matter where you are, go to one that's in a crowded area. Go to one that's in a shopping mall or a plaza with other stores. Don't go to like one of the rinky-dink ones that are in that are in the road, and then that's okay during the daytime. But remember, another tip I can give you: from the time you get to the airport, there are people, and this is as crazy as this may seem, spotting to follow certain people. Oh, you look like a foreigner. They're gonna have a whole setup that they're following you, and then they're gonna see where you're going. If you're pulling out money, if you got in this, you got that, and it's just not worth it. Okay, so just be very covert about your operations, but that's not to say that you can't have a great incident-free time in Colombia. I spent 8 days there. I had no incidents, no problems. It was fantastic. I would love to go back to Colombia, and I will go back. It's a beautiful country. But I'm making this video because I'm seeing a lot of news in Colombia lately. A lot of people are falling victim to all of this stuff that can easily be avoided, So this is not a video to tell you not to go to Colombia. This is a video to tell you why you should go, because it's beautiful. You got mountains, you got beaches, you got the Amazon rainforest, you got big cities, you got nightlife, you got food, you got culture, history. It's got all that. You got the Caribbean Sea, Pacific Ocean. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in Colombia, and I highly recommend you go there. Just be careful. If you're from Chicago, use the sense you would use in Chicago. If you're from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, use that common sense you would use it in any part of the world, and you will be just fine, all right? And I recommend, I haven't been to Cartagena, but if you're going to go to Colombia, check out Bogota, check out Medellin, check out Cali, of course, with caution, and check out smaller cities, Pereira, Armenia. There's a lot going on. And if you want to go to Cartagena, maybe go to Santa Marta instead if you want the Caribbean experience, or Barranquilla, which is on the Caribbean Sea as well. There's a lot going on, and Colombia is a great place. I love that country. I love the culture. The people are fantastic. And you just need to be careful. It's very easy for you to be safe, but it's very easy for you to be a victim and to have a bad time if you're not paying attention. If you're going to these tourist places, people are going to try to hustle you. You got to question everything. You don't want to go through that. So if you want to get the real experience, go to lesser known towns and cities. Not necessarily that. You can go to big cities too. Just always have your guard up. Always be aware of what's going on, and then you're going to have a great time, okay? So I know I went on a long rant. I'm just passionate about the subject. I hope you all found value out of this. Let me know if you've been to Colombia. Let me know your experience. Let me know how it was for you. Whatever the experience may be, share with the community. It'll be great. I'll definitely respond to your comments. Take a look at what you all read. I appreciate all of you out there in YouTube world, all the 151 subscribers, and even if you're not a subscriber and you watch my videos, I still appreciate that too, because you're getting engagement, you're helping me out, and more people are discovering my videos. So thank you so much. That's the end of the video. If any of you all have questions, leave it in the comments. Let's go. I'm ready to answer the questions. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like if you would so be kind to do. And I'm going to catch you all in the next video, okay? Coming soon. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe, and I'm out.